Welcome to the Toolbox Tray Handle Fabrication tutorial. I'm Mr. Ford. So in this video tutorial, we're going to show you how to create this handle that's in the background here. So you'll need to be using the tray handle that has been cut to 3 1/4 inch by 18 inches long. And then you'll be using all the equipment that's been listed here in the materials as well. So when you are working in the production lab, this is my strong recommendation and warning. Make sure you are always wearing your safety glasses. The safety glasses that we have here at the shop are properly rated for any kind of blunt impact or spills that may happen in the production lab. So make sure you're wearing those to prevent any injury to your eyes in the event of an accident. So just briefly looking at the table of contents here, you should have already completed the AutoCAD drawings. You'll be referencing these for the handle, so you'll need to reference the layout line drawings and the cut and fold drawings for the handle. So let's look at these really quickly. So the layout lines are going to show you every line that you need to scribe onto your piece of sheet metal. And then the cut and folds are going to tell you what you need to do with those lines. So a yellow line indicates the actual piece of sheet metal. Your red lines are your cut lines that you use the aviation snips with. Then your cyan lines or blue lines are for the hems created on the bar folder, and then your green lines are used on the box and pan brake or the hand seamers for the handle. So before you continue with this video, if you have not already watched the introduction / cutting stock video tutorial, I strongly recommend you watch that video. In that video, we go over steps 1 and 2, which is cutting all 4 pieces out and then applying that layout fluid. So make sure if you're just continuing to this step from step 2, make sure that your pieces have dried about 5 to 10 minutes before you continue. So for the toolbox tray handle fabrication, we're going to go through steps 3 through 9. So step 3 starts with scribing your layout lines. So you have to reference those drawings that I just showed you. Step 4 is cutting the handle out with the aviation snips. Then you'll move into creating the hems on that using the bar folder. Make sure you're setting that fence properly. And then steps 6 and 7, or actually step 6 is just the box and pan brake. And then 7, you'll be using the hand seamers to fold down those tabs. And then step 8, you'll remove all the layout fluid using the steel wool. And then step 9 is you're filing everything smooth with a hand file just to remove those sharp edges that have been created using the aviation snips. So as always, good luck with your project. And of course, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask for help. I'm always here to help you out. So once again, good luck, and I'm curious to see how your project turns out in the end.
So for this process, you're going to need 6 things. You're going to need a piece of pigment, you're going to need the piece of sheet metal, your plans, a pair of dowel calipers, a steel rule, and a scribe. So let's figure out our first offset that we have to do. So it looks like we have to do a 1/4 inch offset on the top and the bottom here. So we'll do that first, and then we'll work our way up. So we'll move these to the side here so we can see those. Bring our piece of sheet metal down. Now, to use these dowel calipers, we just want to loosen the set screw to make sure it's loose so we can move that freely. And then the first offset I said was a 1/4 inch. So we will set this to a 1/4 inch. I'm just setting this tooth in the groove of the measurement, and then this tooth should be on the edge of that steel rule. And that's a 1/4 inch right there. So then we'll set the set screw so it doesn't move on us. And now we're ready to do our 1/4 inch offsets on the top and the bottom of the handle. So, further ado, there's the order. Oops, a little too fast there. And there's our 1/4. Okay, so that's our first step. Our next layout offset would be another 1/4 inch because this handle uses a double hem. So instead of trying to do a 1/4 inch off this, what we can do is just increase this another 1/4, which would be 1/2 inch. So then we can do those offsets. So then we'll just undo the set screw, set our teeth to 1/2 inch, set our set screw so it's locked, and now we can do our 1/2 inch offset. And then it calls for a 1/2 inch offset of that next quarter line that we just drew. So instead of trying to, once again, put that half line and try to do it freehand, we'll just increase our set dimension right now, which is half, to 1 inch, because we need the double hem. So let's bring back our steel roll, loosen our set screw, set it to 1 inch, set the set screw, go straight across here. So that is all the horizontal lines that we have to scribe in here. The next line are the 2 vertical lines on the end, which are 1 inch as well. So we don't even have to reset our dowel calipers, we can just scribe those in. Our 1 inch here. Okay. So there's the 1 inch. So that's all the layout lines that we have to scribe on here. So continue to the next video and we'll show you how to start cutting this out. So for this step, you're going to need a piece of pig mat, you're going to need your safety glasses, you're going to need a pair of aviation snips, preferably the yellow handle, which represents in any direction or straight, and then of course your scribed handle piece of sheet metal. So if we look at our plans here, for the handle it's pretty easy, we just have to notch out these corners, so we only have to make 8 cuts. So this one's fairly simple. So we're just notching out these corners here, and then the rest is done on the bar folder and the brake. All right. So let's put on our safety glasses. We're ready to start cutting. So like I said, I looked at the plans here, and it's just showing me that we need to cut out the on your cut lines or the red lines. So we're just cutting out these corners here. So these are fairly simple. Just follow those lines. So we'll line our snips up. Go up to the intersection, stop, turn it, and then make sure that those scrap pieces go in the scrap bin. So that is all you need to do for this step on the Welcome to step 5. In this process, you're going to use the bar folder to create the hems for the handle. On this process, you're going to have to use the bar folder to create double hems, and I'll show you how to do that in the next step. If we look at our plans here, our cyan lines are representing our hem lines. So this is a double hem, and these are set to 1/4 inch. So if they set our fence here at 1/4 inch. So I will just use this set screw to 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch is what we're looking for, 1/4 inch. So now we'll just take our piece, we'll put it in. Just make sure our lines line up, which they do, and then we'll fold it over, open, flip it over, and then we'll crush that hem. And now we have to do that one more time. So we'll put that piece back in, and this one's a little bit tougher to do, but get that all the way over, get that out, and then we'll crush it again to make it flat. So there's our double hem. So we have to just repeat that process one more time here. So doing the other side. So there's our first fold on the bar folder. We'll flip it over and crush that hem. And then we'll do it one more time. Get that out. And then we just have to crush that hem, and that's it. So that's all you have to do for this step on the bar folder for the handle. Welcome to step 6 of the toolbox tray handle. We're going to be using the box and pan brake to fold up the 1/2 inch line here to fold up the sides of our handle. So we already have this cut out. We don't have to do any trimming with the aviation snips. So we'll set this in the brake, line our brake shoes up with the line here, and then we will fold it up. So we'll just set this in the machine, line that up. And then we'll lock it down, and then we'll fold it upwards. We can unlock. And then we have to do the other side. So open our shoes up, down, and then fold it up to 90 degrees. And then unlock. And that's how you fold your handle for the step 6. Welcome to step 7 of the handle. So in this part of the video, we're going to show you how to use the hand seamers to bend down these 1-inch tabs. So this process is pretty easy. You just take your hand seamers in your hand, put them right on that line, squeeze down, and then you want to bend downwards. And get that at about a 90-degree angle. Just a little bit more. And there you can see we have that bend at about a 90-degree angle. Bend that a little bit further. There we go. So that's how you do that process. We'll do the other end really quickly. So just open your hand seamers up, go to your line, and then you're coming to about a 90-degree angle. So you get a little bit more on that one. And there we go. So that is how you fold your 1-inch tabs with the hand seamer. Move on to the next video. Welcome to step 8. In this part of the video, I'm going to show you how to use steel wool to remove all your layout fluid and any Sharpie lines that are on your workpiece. So before you start, make sure you have your safety glasses on. Basically, this is just a repetitive process you have to do just to get all this steel glue off. It takes a little bit of time, but with the time put in, it'll look a lot nicer when you get all that layout fluid gone. So you can break off a little piece of the steel wool and then just go to town on working getting all of that layout fluid out. So after you're done removing all the steel glue, make sure you go and wash your hands so that's not left on your fingers. Welcome to step 9 of the toolbox tray handle. In this process, we're going to show you how to use the flat file, to file down the corners of your handle here. These are a little bit sharp to the touch, so we're just going to round these off a little bit so it's easier to handle them. You're going to need a piece of pig mat, a flat file, a file card to clean your file, your workpiece, of course, and some safety glasses. So always have your safety glasses on. So I have those on now, and we're ready to start. So my problem areas on this piece are these top corners here. They need to be rounded over just a little bit, so they're a little bit easier on your hands when you're handling this piece. I'm not so much worried about these tabs because these are going to be on the inside, so these won't be touched too much or really a problem. So we're just worried about these top corners here. So with your file, you want to hold it in your hand by the handle. You don't want to hold it up here or anything. You want to hold it by the handle. When you are working with a file, you only want to go in a forward direction to cut with. Then lift the tool back off of the workpiece, bring it back, set the file down, and go forward. You only want to cut forward on these tools. You can't go back and forth quickly. It's just going to save the life of the teeth. Alright, so we'll bring this up here so you can see what I'm doing. And we're just going to set the tool down and then go forward. So that is the end of this tutorial. We got the corners rounded off a little bit. They're a lot easier on the hand now, and they should not cut you. Alright, continue the next video for the assembly.